Hi, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse, and today I'm going to show you Happy by Tasha Cobbs. It's in the key of G. G has one accidental, which is F sharp. Okay, so let's get started right with the introduction. A really fun song to play. Alright, let's get started with that part right there. Left hand is going to just start on G's, octave G's, and a D. This is your middle C. So your left hand is going to start a little bit higher than it normally would, straddling this middle C. We're on G's and a D in the middle. Bum, 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 bum. Move down to E and B. Bum, bum, bum. Then move down to C and G. Now we move all the way down to here to E. E, D, C. C, 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 D, and then end up on the G. And this will kind of be where we'll be for the regular part of the song. Okay, so we've shifted from here all the way kind of down the piano, and now we're ready to start the song here. One more time, left hand, G, E and B, next, C and G. Now walk down the E, E, D, C, 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 D, G. Right hand, starting on octave D's. Now there's a prominent melody that's going on here in the introduction and throughout most of the song. Okay, that's what we need to hear in the midst of everything that the right hand is doing. That's the prominent melody that I want you to be focusing on, that you need to hear. So, with that in mind, you hit octave D to start out with. Your octave is going to be on D. Your other three fingers are going to be right there on G, A, and B. Okay, and that'll kind of get you set up perfectly for what we're going to do in the introduction. So D, G, A, B, D is kind of where your hand should be in position. So it's D, D, then walk up the scale, G, A, B, okay? And when you get to this A, we're going to add this D again. So this D is playing at the same time as the A, D. Single note, single note, single note, then dual notes. Then after that, we walk up the scale. We just walk up those fingers that we already have in position. The only difference is, instead of your pinky being here, the pinky needs to come down to help out with the C, C, and then stretch back to the D. Okay? So again, from the beginning. Now do the walk from the D, help out with the C. Now we do that same run again, except this time, the first time we went G, A, B. The second time we go A, G, G. Okay? So, first one, second one, third one. So the third one is a little bit different. Again, A, G, G. Okay. Then to end the song, to end the introduction, our left hand is gonna shift from right here down an octave, and we're just gonna play an E minor chord, E, G, B, then move to the left to a D major chord, D, F sharp, A, and then down to a C major, C, E, G. Okay. Let's try it with the left hand slowly. Not really slowly, huh? So that last one, I went the walk down, E minor, D major. When I got to this C major, I actually added the D with it. So we're going to go C, D, E with the G. Left hand's on the C. And when the left hand moves up from C to D, go ahead and leave this C major chord here. There's nothing wrong with it. It works, it fits just fine. left hand goes to G. You can add that D if you like. Right hand just goes to G and D, G major chord. All right. Introduction one more time, and then we'll be ready to move on. Gotta land on the right note. Okay, now we're in the. That's the introduction. Let's get to the verse. So, same concept for the left hand. G, D, G. Same concept. We're just a couple of octaves lower. G, make me happy. Down to the E and B. C and G. Same thing. E, D, C. You make me happy. Okay, so the left hand doesn't change at all. The right hand, whereas before when we were up here, it was kind of being featured because of course it's an introduction. So the music does kind of feature the song. It kind of accentuates the melody, and it's kind of just the musicians playing. So you want to be sure it's kind of prominent, and that's when you kind of get your right hand solo. But now that we're into the song, into the verse, and the vocals are singing, we need to tone down the chords a little bit. So with that being said, of course, what we did in the introduction, you can play that throughout the song if you want to, an octave lower. You made me happy. But it's kind of busy. It's real muddy and a lot busy. So we're going to tone it down just a little bit, not too much. Left hand, we're just going to be on a G position, G and D, and we're going to kind of do the same. Before, where we were straddling Ds, and we're doing a lot of arpeggios, we're just going to be on this G. Just hit two notes, G and D, and then this D is still going to be hitting every time. Before we had this bottom D hitting, now this top D is going to be hitting with every one, while you're going to kind of do a little play with the notes here. Watch. So you see what I'm doing? This D is hitting every time. I'm just kind of playing around with these three fingers, running up the G, the B, and the D, while the D is hitting every time. Okay, that D is hitting every time. You make me happy. You make me You can kind of do it however you want to. You're just kind of playing with the rhythms. And this D is right here. Because you're playing D with your left hand, so what you can do is you make me happy. I kind of started that run with my left hand, okay? Again, some little things you can play with. So again, you make me happy. Sorry. Right hand's doing the same thing. The left hand's the only one moving. Before, where we did E, D, C, right hand, I had you on in E minor, D major, C major. It's kind of low to do it here, and at the same time, I don't want your hand to have to move way up here to get to this E. Usually when I'm teaching songs, I like to try and keep your hand right around in the same area so you don't have to do a whole lot of movement. The more you move, the more room there is for mistakes. So with that being said, instead of me shifting you up here we were in this position, I'm going to try and keep you right here. What I'm going to do, when the left hand goes to E, all you're going to do is from this G position, raise this D to E. We're now on that E minor chord. It's just a different inversion. G, B, D over E. When the left hand goes to D, all the right hand's going to do is shift down to this D major chord in this inversion, second inversion. F sharp, A, D. The left hand goes to C. We're just going to go to G. Again, different inversion of what we've already done. G, C, D, E. Same notes, different inversion. Okay. And the left hand goes D, excuse me, right hand stays on this chord. Okay? Alright, let's run through the verse one time. Hit the right notes. Okay, so now we're going into the, I guess this would be a chorus. So we ended up on the, and then, so that run is D, E, G, A, B, B. Left hand's going to hit B a third time, while the left hand switches down to a D major chord. F sharp, A, D. Then leave this D and just pull these two to the right to a G major chord, G, E, B, while left hand goes to C. Next, left hand goes to the D. Right hand just move this B up to C to go to a G suspended chord. Okay. Left hand moves from D up to D sharp. Right hand moves down to an E diminished chord, F sharp, A, D sharp. Next, left hand continues up half step to E. Right hand goes to G major chord. Back to the E in the left, D major in the right. Left hand to C, right hand to G major. And then we can go to this G suspended. Left hand over D. And then it just repeats back to the, goes back to that run. Okay, so let's go from the end of the verse into the chorus, play through the chorus. We'll repeat it and I'll show you how to end it. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the run. So once we've repeated that twice, to end it, left hand goes to D, right hand goes to the C major 7th chord, G, B, C, E. Then left hand goes to D, right hand just goes to the G suspended chord again, G, A, C, D. Okay? And then we go back to kind of a little introduction. You can just do the, it right here like we did, or if you feel like it, you can even do that extended version where you're straddling the D's, octave D's, and instead of doing it up here, just do it right here. Okay, that's a little instrumental break before it repeats again. So right there, you can kind of fill it back up again and play those octaves. It's up to you. One thing I want to show you, once we're in the chorus, the second time through this, there's an extra little chord added in there. This is the second time. When the left hand goes to B, that last hit, right hand can go to an A major chord, A, C sharp, E. Then the left hand goes to C, right hand goes to G like normal. Okay, that's the only really extra thing thrown in there.